Yeah. Make it happen. At times I really kinda thought of trying to make it trapping. Who the fuck gon' steer the ship if I ain't the captain? You wanna find the devil in me, try to play it backwards. They want my soul, if I sell it, I can make it back up. Don't worry about it, Illuminati probably pay me after. They got my soul in my body and my mind to back up. And then they say the show is over, tell the crew to wrap up. I'm trying to make it to the moon, hook me up with NASA.
Let's stop me, there'll be some. Yeah, boy, what's going on with it? World. Aliens, if you're listening. Interdimensional cable type shit.
If y'all do come to my house, blow this bitch up so I ain't in it.
You should be making podcasts about unwanted attention now. What you think about that? Bam! All right, what's up, guys? What's going on? This is our podcast. Unwanted attention. All that good stuff. You just see
we
me.
Don't want the attention, but we like the money.
We like the money. That's the goal. Get our opinions out, make some money, smoke some good marijuana, talk about life. Right?
That's right. You sound
biased. Okay, so our does it really? It sounds good on my end right now, but
yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
You're good.
It's good.
All right.
So Caleb, you asked me to
pop it off.
Go
Pop
ahead.
it off. Pop it off. Pop it off. Pop it off.
Go ahead.
Well, no,
Start us
because I've been looking up at this drone shit, bro, and like,
Yeah.
I just think this shit is bizarre that they've not figured nothing out, bro. Like nothing at all.
So
like, dude,
what have you heard? Because then I'll tell you what I've gathered.
Well, from I've been following it for like a week. First of all, this shit been going on for what, 2 months now, since like November. Like
Don't know the exact timetable, but
it's been about
it's recent, and it's consistently recent over these period.
And it's getting more and more persistent with the drone numbers. Like first it was 1 or 2, now they're saying 50 to 60 drones at a time. Like doesn't that not freak nobody out, bro? Like, and they keep saying, oh, we don't know where it's coming from, or we don't know who it is. Now they're saying, like, I'm hearing recently, it's not foreign, it's not military, and you saying they're kind of leaning towards aliens, which I think that was a little. Now, I'm an alien believer, but I think that's a little far-fetched. Like, at least right now, I think it's a little far-fetched. Because
why do you feel that if everything's pointing to non-human
drones? These are like drones. Like people are seeing these things up and close, and like they don't look
like drones. Well, okay.
Well, no, they don't. What you mean they don't look like drones? Like,
well, see, because the ones that I've seen a mix of them, where some of them look like alien crafts, to where when you zoom into them, they're just either like a ball of like an orb that you really can't see, or it's something that's translucent that you can kind of make out. But I've also seen the regular drones too. So for me, I've seen a little bit of everything with it. Now, my concern about this is that I kind of agree with you. Like, even though we've seen this and stuff, I'm not 100% sure if it's alien. And that's just because, like, I feel like it could possibly be more of a psyops, like a project that is off the books that nobody needs to know about. That's kind of what I'm leaning more towards. But I just seen a video. What'd you say?
No, go ahead.
I just seen a video that made me kind of think it could be way worse than what we think, and it's not even like alien related or anything like that. So
no way though. Like,
so from what I heard, a video I had watched, on the internet and whatnot, and the guy pretty much was saying that what he believes what's going on is that there has been a radiation leak of some sort, and they think that foreigners, possibly Russia or somebody, had this nuclear head like a couple years ago, or whatever, yada yada, and it's been missing. So they're thinking that they're taking the drones, and the drones are looking for radiation in these areas to see if, pretty much, if a cell sniper or whatever had already did their job, and if radiation's leaking out. Now, this is just another theory that I've seen from like a drone expert, because they said drones, there's no reason for drones to be out at night, because drones need to see. It's not a UAV. Right. So for it to be like ours, or just regular drones, or even foreign, that's where you kind of come in to think like, all right, well, if it is, then it's just technology that they haven't told us about to incorporate. Or it could be that there's a nuclear
you cut out. Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I get you now.
Okay. But what I was saying was, the theory that I kind of am going with is, I think the United States, some of those crafts are ours, and they're looking for something in this general area. And New Jersey is right next to New York. So if you were going to do like an undercover attack against the United States, it wouldn't be far-fetched to hit a city close to New York and just let it seep in through. But regardless, I think that this is such a big deal with some type of nuclear thing, that the orbs that we're seeing, the other accounted points that all New Jersey people are seeing, are aliens. And I think they're really checking, like, are you guys about to blow up a fucking city again? Because you guys have already done this once. So I think that might be why we're seeing so much activity that we can't explain. Because
so you're saying there's a possible, let me kind of sum this up. There's a possible
act of warfare, an international act of warfare.
Right, and they're looking for a nuke weapon that emits radiation, or kind of scanning these areas.
Yes, because from what I was doing a little like study, like gas and gas leaks are very effective on how to, like, you know, do what they need to do. But they're also, what'd you say?
Who you think doing it?
I don't know. I mean, you likely just want to say Russia, China, because there are, you know, that's who our ops are.
I mean, I would, yeah.
At the end of the day, I don't freaking know. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But like I said, it's just a theory. But I think that's why we're kind of getting mixed things, because I guess gas takes a long time. It's like a slow release. So if you're planning on doing like some warfare stuff, if you can install something and then do a gas leak over 2 months, and by the first month it's already in effect, I could just see that being a plausible way for warfare. But like I said, the governments and the people in New Jersey, the mayors and all those people, you know, they say that they've reached out to the FBI, they've reached out to higher powers, and they have came back and said that's not our stuff. And they said they do believe that
it's not theirs.
Yeah, and the new word that they're using is non-human origin, because, like you said, it's so easy to attach this with aliens, and it just doesn't seem. Yeah, it just doesn't seem that it's just straight aliens, or
I don't think it's aliens in the simple fact of, like, okay, for one, they have lights of like what they say, like the airplane lights and shit on them and stuff. Like, unless aliens is really trying to mock us and trying to be in disguise, which I can get, that don't seem like alien tech to me. This is why I don't lean towards the aliens, right?
Yeah, for sure.
We've seen the footage of the alien spaceships and shit. Like,
I wish I could send you some. We're gonna get hit, because I got a ton of videos I'd love to just like project onto the stream while we're doing it.
Right, I'm watching shit right now,
so I can show you the shit that I've been seeing, because it has been just like the one I zoomed in.
The orb shit. I'm looking at one right now. I wish I could share the screen, but it's just like it got like they all got lights and stuff. Like they're all like you know, like airplanes doing shit. And two, my other theory is like it gotta, like, not saying it gotta be, but as far as just like it being a foreign op, whatever. Like in Ukraine, bro, I've been kind of watching videos and keeping up with the war over there, and they've been, you know, drones have been actively used in war, and I've seen something where they've been saying like they'll launch a drone. Like you can control these bitches from far away. They will launch a drone from the middle of the sea and fly it fucking miles away, type stuff. And
well, yeah, but like I said, this is something.
50 drones, nigga.
Well, this is another thing. Like for one, like the 40-50 drones. One thing is that this is an area that hasn't seen this a lot, right? So
and it's spread to like Philly too. It's kind of going as deep as into Philly.
Yeah, I actually seen something that it went to Ohio, and one of the Ohio military bases got like some of this activity, and they immediately shut down. I just seen that today, so I'm gonna have to look into that a little bit more. But there's a lot of things that seem like they're attached to this. That's a little strange. I even heard there was radio signals on people's radio that sounded alien, like dead ass, like they turn the radio on and it's like the alien noises. And I was like, all right, this is kind of bullshit. Like,
so no, but that's okay. Let's look at the patterns, right? Okay, because I'm not saying it's alien. I'm not saying it's not alien. I'm not saying it's not fucking. I don't know. We don't know who it is, right? We don't know what it is.
Sure.
Okay, here's the pattern. Here's what we do know, right? First, we're getting sightings in New Jersey, right? All up the East Coast, going up, down New York, all that shit. And then it kind of started going farther into east toward Philly. And now I just popped up the video. It said drones reported near Ohio Air Force Base.
That's what I just, yep.
And on top of this, they're targeting like there's no flight zones. You get what I'm saying? These are no flight zones you're not supposed to go over. And the dude showed a drone expert. He's shown that if you take a regular drone, and these are not commercial drones. I mean, these are these are not. Yeah. If you take like a regular drone, like it will tell you, hey, you can't fly over here, or it won't even fly in certain areas, type shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
What do you mean? Like it's programmed
because
like that?
it's like a geolocation type thing, I believe. I could be wrong on that, but like he was. I would
understand if there's rules against it, but I don't think there's anything actually programmed into the drone itself that won't allow it to fly over an area. That's what I'm talking about.
Because there's no flight zone though. Huh.
I'm saying, right. There's no flight zone, but if I bought a drone and went over there and flew it, the drone's gonna say, "No, I can't fly here." That's how I kind of was taking it as.
Yes, I believe it will. Let me see. But we're just back to the point that like now there's going deeper into the fucking the land. You know what I'm saying? Now, what you said earlier when we was texting about it, you said it's kind of weird that it's China because it's on the East Coast, and I kind of like, okay, yeah, you're right. That is kind of weird. Like, you know what I'm saying? China being on the other side, you know, geographically, that is kind of weird. But
that's doing a lot.
The only reason I said it was China because of the balloon a couple years ago that they claimed that was theirs. That was
I think that was a couple years ago. I wouldn't say that was like earlier this year in the summertime when China.
That was a couple years. It was like a year or two ago. It wasn't long ago, but it was like a year.
Trey, can you pull that up?
Yeah, come on, Trey, pull it up, man. Come on, we got all this shit.
There's any China balloons?
They thought it was a weather balloon and shit. Remember that? Mm-hmm. Like they thought it was a weather balloon. So,
but it was actually Chinese. It was Chinese balloon.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just like, you know, doing surveillance or whatever.
Then you get multiple stories of like, there's a lot of Chinese spies apparently just keep getting caught up and shit. Like there was one as of recently, probably a couple months ago, that I seen. I don't know the details, but he had a drone. He was flying. They got his ass. And there was one in California. I don't know what he was doing, but he was doing some shit. But they got his ass too. And like, so it's just kind of, for me, I ain't trying to point the finger, but
I guess go ahead.
But it just kind of seemed like, okay, but when you said that, I'm like, geographically, right, it don't make no sense. But these niggas could throw us off though.
I mean, they could, and if you're gonna hit the ops, you know, going to the other side.
And if you don't say if you like, okay, like I said, they can launch these drones from like the sea, right? And obviously, if you hit a certain point, America's like, you know, we guarding, we going up and down the sea type shit, kind of, patrolling is the word I'm trying to look for, patrolling the seas and stuff. But if you're like in international water type shit and kind of like off, man, look, if the cartel can get over here and shit and not be detected, you think these niggas can't be detected for a while?
I mean, you're not wrong about that, but when they're talking about those drones, they're talking about those drones coming straight out of the water.
Correct.
And going in and doing what they're doing. I don't think. Well, this is what I'm saying. But this is what I'm saying though. I don't think we got the technology how they're showing on the video. Listen to me. Listen, I'm talking about humans, not just Chinese.
Bro,
the technology that shows an aircraft being able to come out of water like there's no water there.
They even say Chinese are so ahead of us. I was listening to all these news reports. Chinese are so ahead of us when it comes to drones. They're ahead of us when it comes to that. Do you see the light shows these niggas be putting on?
Listen, I guess you're not wrong. I can understand that, and that's a good angle. But at the same time, from what we've observed from the UAVs in New Jersey that we've been able to check out, they haven't moved. One, they haven't moved how we thought they were. Two, the United States, when this stuff happens, which I didn't know, I've been doing a little bit more research about it. When they have UFO sightings, they've changed the word to UAP, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But when they have these type of concerns and whatnot, they literally call up the ops. They literally call China and Russia's officials and literally keep it. They'd be like, "Hey man, y'all got shit over here. Like, don't bullshit with us. Like, y'all got this shit over here." And which is surprising to me. I didn't know they had that type of open line of communication, but they do. So that's how when we are able to kind of figure out already, they say it's not China, it's not anybody else's, because they've contacted them, and they've done this since the 50s, 60s, ever since the Cold War, when they started seeing UFOs in their air flight and fighting and shit, and they just were like, "Hey man, like, I know we going to war, but like, was that yours?" And they're like, "Nah, man, that's not even us. I don't know." So I think because of that open line of communication.
Right, real quick. How can I bring up hey Trey, type in on Google drones being not able to fly in no-fly zones, and it is a geofencing thing in there. So, and like the regular like drones that people use, and I'll read it. It said a drone is unable to fly in no-fly zone because most modern drones are equipped with geofencing technology that prevents them from taking off or operating with designated restriction areas. That's right there, word bar for bar. That's what the dude was saying. So like regular people, that's what I'm saying. So regulars, so that just kind of, I mean, like, so that just eliminates like regular ass people, but we knew it ain't regular ass people. So there is. There is.
Okay, so that's good. I mean, I guess that's good to know for me when I go buy a drone, so I make sure I don't got that Fed shit in there. Because if I get a drone, my drone go whenever the fuck I want it to be. You know what I'm saying? Now,
going to jail. That's what you're doing.
I don't got no reason to really be snooping like that. I ain't. You know what I mean? But I want the capability to. Shit, you don't know.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's just weird, bro. This whole thing is weird, and the thing that's making it more weird, like I'm more believing in your shadow government theory because it's like, how the fuck y'all don't know nothing?
And the reason why I bring up the shadow government thing the most to me is because I already believe in like the aliens and stuff, but I believe it to like a deeper thing where like there's been like reptilians that have lived here. There is other alien species that live here and coexist. I believe the shadow government works with some form of aliens.
Hold on, Jermaine. Hold on. This was in 03 that he pulled up. I mean, not 03, last year, 2023.
That's okay. So it was so I thought it was more recent.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
the Chinese balloon stuff that we were talking about. Yeah, okay. And just like I said, you see what happens when we first seen it. When this first went down, they were like, "Oh shit, is it a UFO? What is it? What's going on?" Yeah. And then more immediately, in a couple of hours, they were like, "No, this is not a UFO. It looks just like a weather balloon. Now, is it our weather balloon or an ops? We don't know." And then a little bit later on, after they shot them down, they came out with it was Chinese weather balloons. You know, they have spies here. Yada yada.
When did they shoot it down? Now
you see how quick they got. They kind of figured that out compared to this scenario where they're like, we still don't know. We brought in we hit up the FBI. You know, they don't know. They hit up their people. They don't know. So that's where I'm kind of like, all right, well, either it is truly alien or it's a combination of the shadow government working to do something. I'm not 100% sure what their agenda is. Well, it's probably world population, right? I think that's probably like one of their big thing. Why they did COVID and all that shit. Like all that shit was man-made and manufactured. And the people that even said that, like in the beginning, they literally killed like the first 2 people that had said that, the doctors that were prevalent. And now this past year, they literally came out and said, yes, it came from that factory in China. Yes, all the stuff that was in there wasn't tested. Like, it goes on and on when you go down that rabbit hole and stuff. But coming back to here, when you realize that it's the ops, the government is really good at letting, getting it handled and then letting the world know, yeah, that was China, that was Russia, and giving a viable explanation. They have been able to get a viable explanation to this. And like I said, it could be because, this kind of leads me to assume that it's not China, it's not Russia, it's not whoever else we think we are spying on us in that regard.
Think North Korea playing a role in it? He been bored lately. I don't know. But
yeah, I'm not too sure. That's a good question. I don't think so.
I've been bored, man. I don't know, man. We ain't been hearing that from him from a while. So.
Well, you're right though, but you never know. And unfortunately, right now, the world that we live in, I'm kind of like really I'm always disgusted with the government. Don't get me wrong, but like right now, since Trump won, the Joe Biden administration is trying literally to tear down the United States and force a World War III, or that's how it feels to me, before Trump gets in. So when Trump gets in, he all his connections and all the stuff he's running are at a worse all time, which makes me even more upset. But that shit is just.
So you think this can be? Let's just go off on some. Let's just start going on wild theories. So you think it just can be? Let's see. Since Trump came in, the Biden, the shadow government or whoever is to say, you know what? Let's start fucking shit up, making shit weird. Like let's.
I mean, pretty much because.
Or on the other end, Trump could be like, I ain't gonna, because he hasn't said nothing about this. I haven't heard nothing from him.
I haven't heard nothing too much about it either.
There you go. Look
and I just seen something that.
See, look. First one, Trump says Biden. That's what is going on. So
listen, man, Trump, that's. And see, and look at this right here proves my shadow government point. So they asked Trump about it. He goes, "Yeah, Joe knows so candidly."
Yeah, like
come on, man.
Cancer. It's different in a child.
President Trump said, "I canceled my trip to Bedminster." Remember, the drones were kind of around Bedminster, so watch what he said.
The government knows what is happening. Look, our military knows where they took off from. If it's a garage, they can go right into that garage. They know where it came from and where it went. And for some reason, they don't want to comment. And I think they'd be better off saying what it is. Our military knows and our president knows. And for some reason, they want to keep people in suspense.
I think he knows.
It's the because it
he knows, but he can't. I know he really.
I think he knows, and he's gonna solve it when he get in office.
I don't know if he'll solve it.
I think he knows he's gonna tell us when he get in office.
And they should, because the people.
Well, he wants to release the JF files.
They happen to be over Bedminster.
He gonna feel like a hero.
They're very.
Well, this is the Trey. You can take that off. You can take that off. So here's the thing. I really think, and honestly, I don't care. I really think that in the weird fucking world, Trump is probably gonna try to change the United States for a good thing. Yeah. And I would say, compared to what's going on with Joe and his administration, you can clearly see that he's not Joe, Camilla, they're not running that operation. It's the government that's been running it for the past 4 years.
Yeah.
Right. At least we know with Trump, he will run it. But for me, it kind of just seemed like his effect, especially when he said he's going to run the second term, they've been trying to kind of tear him down and all that stuff. And, I get it. He's got a lot of things that have, like, gone against him. But when you peel back the onion and shit, it just seems like every time the media talks about Trump and you do your research, it's just a lie. And for me, what stood out, not all of it, don't get me wrong, but for me, what stood out was when they try to kill the dude, then I was like, all right, like, why do you, like, that? For me, that was just like, all right, this guy has so much power that he can actually change things. And the shadow government is terrified.
Yeah.
Because they know that we won't be under, like, the government's supposed to work for us. We work for the government. So right? That's not how it's supposed to be.
Yeah. I think there's, when you say, okay, we're gonna stick on the shadow government theory, right? I think they're terrified of him because there's a system. He's not going to play with the system.
He's not.
Bureaucracy does not work in everything. Because, like, for instance, this drone shit is a perfect example of that, right? Mm-hmm. So in a bureaucracy, there's different departments, different levels you got to go through, right? You got to go through this to get to that. So when they initially first started this shit, they were saying, who the niggas that control the airspace, the FAA or some shit like that? Something like that.
Something like that. I don't.
Yeah. So that department, the FBI couldn't do shit because it was too many rules and restrictions when it comes to shit like that, like shooting down drones and stuff like that. So the FBI, just from what they were saying, the FBI hands was tied. And one of the mayors was like, I don't know, it was a New Jersey mayor, one Maine mayor, whoever the fuck. This nigga said, he's like, why is the FBI holding their tongue or have to listen to the FAA? Like, who the fuck gonna arrest the FBI? The FBI? Like, if they decide,
I see that. Yeah,
if they decide to shoot down the drone. So that's a perfect example of just bureaucracy at its finest. Like, you have to go through this branch to that branch to that branch for shit to get done. Trump is
that's a good and a bad thing because like, if you give the military all the power, they just gonna blow shit up. So that is a thing that you got.
You're absolutely right.
But when you get into what we're talking about, where it's in our backyard, that's a whole different. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, you're right. Like, that's military start firing at them bitches, bro. Like, when they said 50 drones, that's not scary anybody.
40 to 50.
40 to
and
50.
You know what's even kind of more scarier? This ain't the first time 40, 50 drones just popped up on a city, whether it's United States or not.
Yeah.
Shit like this has happened. And like Trump said immediately, as soon as did you see his body language and expression as soon as he mentioned the drone? He was like we're really still holding, like, we really have to keep this private for why. And we all know what I think the leading theory could be is it is aliens, right? Because it's like a shadow governed alien type deal. Because it's like, all right. Well, that's the thing is, like I said, the videos that I've seen, there've been so many different types of these drones.
Yeah.
That some of them look alien. One of them looked biblical, which I was like, what the fuck is going on here? That's when I thought Project Bluebeam.
See if you can find a drone up close. See if you can find one.
That's when I thought Project Bluebeam. Have you heard about Project Bluebeam at all?
I have not.
So this right here, you know how the government has, their top-notch, whatever, fucking Black Ops, whatever, missions and shit. Well, this mission is supposed to be a fake alien invasion. So they're going to make it seem like there's going to be an alien invasion so we all can get in line, fall in line. Okay, the aliens are here. All right, now we have to all unite as one and be,
right, we have a common enemy.
Yes, one world order, blase, blase, blah. So I think there could be a part of that possibly happening. But I feel like aliens are already here. So what do we like? That's where I'm kind of stuck. Like, I believe in aliens. I think all these things are alien origin a little bit, and I just don't know if they're working with the government. That's my biggest thing. Are they in cahoots?
I don't know how credible this is News Nation, but I just typed in Project Bluebeam, and it just said his drone sighting has spread beyond the northeast to Ohio and San Diego. So I don't know if I heard anything being sighted in San Diego type shit. Like, that's.
I've heard a little few things about drones that have been sighting, but I don't know if they're I don't know if they're connected to this because, I mean, we've already every day somebody reports a UFO, right?
Correct.
Whether it's real or fake, every day there's a UFO, something in the sky that is, a possibility of being alien origin, right? A video I watched today was a flight, a pilot jet. He's professional for 12 years, whatever, got all the credentials, and he would say that they would do like practice facilities off the coast, and in those not facilities, space, air, whatever. And when they would do it, every single day there was this one object that would always be there, and he was like for how long? He was like literally for months. Like it would just sit there and float and hover. And even though we're doing our training, that's not what we're out there for. And then I'm like, all right, like you guys should do more reporting. But you know how once he describes like why they didn't do more reporting on it, it makes sense. Like we're out here for training. The training costs $50,000 to get these jets out here.
Is that a fucking plane?
I don't see that right there. No, that is not. That looks more like a. I don't know. But again, and then I want to debunk it, but it's the fucking NBC News showing that, right? So I'm like, all right, this isn't like and like I said, New Jersey had a ton of those.
So, them are all these lights and stuff are all fucking drones. I'm guessing.
Damn, that's crazy if they're all drones.
Yeah, so, but my whole thing with the whole, the alien theory just so far-fetched to me because I just feel like from the footage that we've seen from these air pilots, how these fucking planes are moving and like these orbs are really fucking moving, how they're moving in omnidirection, basically blackouts and shit. Like, it's just hard for me to believe that these with fucking flashing airplane lights and shit. And now, one thing I will say, them not having thermal, like they can't catch them on thermal type shit, like that's where I'm saying why I think it is alien, because there's no heat signature on these things, bro. Yeah. Like, and then you're like, okay, well, there's no heat signature. Like, what do you mean by that? That's for me. It's like, all right, well, we either got technology, which I do think we have technology that can do that. I absolutely do. Yeah. But in this scenario, when you have a whole city reporting on it, when you have like the feds and all them saying, I don't know what it is, go shoot them down. We're not allowed to shoot them down. Why? Because it probably would start a war with a species we have no idea. We have nothing about. Man, fuck right?
No, what? So you just want to go to war with a
bro?
Can you identify their craft?
We don't know what they are, and they're flying over people's houses, bro. So we're gonna start shooting when they start dropping chemicals and shit on them, on us and stuff. Like, no, we're not gonna. No, if you're flying in a restricted airspace, you're flying over somebody's house, bro. If they was flying, I want this shit to go down in Texas. Cause I feel like Texas is a whole nother world, and these niggas will. The governor down there, they do not give a fuck. Go to Florida, start flying down. People have been trying to shoot these things out.
You're thinking too small, man. You're thinking too small.
But still, it's just the fact that like I just don't understand. My whole thing is like, I don't think it's aliens. I think it's really like I'm starting to go to believe that on your side of things of just like the government knows.
The government knows.
They know.
Fact, they know what's going on.
The logical
they don't want to fill us in. Okay.
The logical reason would be to shoot them down. That's logical. You're flying.
But it's not, because if you shoot them down, they're gonna fall, and they have a high chance of hitting civilians.
I get what you're saying, but like you said in the text, nigga, we're flipping on this. We're flipping on this, right? We're flipping on this because you said in the text, when the government give a fuck about the people, collateral damage. Like, what?
I mean,
we're flipping on.
They don't. That's why it makes me frustrated with this shit, because they don't. But that's what leads me to believe that
shoot the
like they're in cahoots, because if it was, they would shoot them. They would shoot them down. You know what I mean? Like,
he's gonna make an executive order to shoot them bitches down. Like,
Like, come on. 50 drones is insane, bro. That's insane. That's an invasion. You're talking about invasion levels, bro. You're gonna wait till you get 200 drones, then what?
We can't. I don't think we can stop them. I think it doesn't matter. Like when we're talking about, like seriously, when we're talking about this, if it is alien, and even if they are in cahoots with the government,
I'd rather die fighting. I'm not gonna sit here and stand still.
As civilians, you're absolutely right. Right?
I want my government to protect us. Because when I start seeing them bitches up there, oh man,
you gotta really understand something is that the government, they don't work for us. They work for them and the riches. And what I believe is that the top families that actually run shit, like the Rothschilds and shit, I think they have alien lineage, whether it's from the stars, whether it's reptilian, whether it's Anunnaki. I think that their bloodline is so pure, or a part of the pure, or a part of that essence. You know what I'm saying? That's why, the higher powers that be work with these alien beings for whatever reason. I mean, it feels like it's been proven. The banks literally own the government. You know what I'm saying? Like the banks, they own them motherfuckers. Who owns the banks? Those families. You know what I'm saying? I think it gets just deeper. I just think it gets to that deep point to where it's like, when you go down that rabbit hole of trying to figure out, well, why isn't the government doing anything? It's probably because the powers that be are like, let it go. Don't do anything. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what I feel. It's a shadow government, probably in cahoots with these alien beings. Not all of them, but I do think some of them, yes.
So do you think, so when you say government, do you count the state like government, or you talk about federal government? Because it's still.
I heard one of the most corrupt people in the government is the mayor from Dayton. Who the fuck is the mayor from Dayton, right? Mm-hmm. We don't know. I don't fucking know, right? And then just kind of point, they're everywhere. They're on the highest points all the way down to the lowest part of the government. You know what I'm saying? To where, hey, if I snap that finger in your city, I make that phone call in your city, you better fall in suit, because you won't be mayor long if that's the case. That shit is real. Yeah. I'm telling you, it is very real. So that's how I feel like where we're at with society is just evolved, unfortunately. But that's where we can't get any more information. Like I said, we just seen the Trump video. Nigga rolled his eyes and was like, "Yeah."
He was so nonchalant about, like, he don't think it's a big deal because, like he said, he knows. So in conclusion, he knows, right? What do you think? What do you think happens here in the next couple months? What do you think happens? Like, what is your best case, worst case, realistic?
Realistically, nothing happens. It gets swept under the rug until another big sighting like this happens, and then they'll reference this. That's me personally, right?
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, unless they find what I kind of mentioned earlier, radioactive material or anything like that on a mass level, unless they find something, then
that's scary, dude. I'm really scared about this situation. I'm not gonna hold you. Part of me is because I just feel like you said, they're gonna sweep it under the rug. Like they've been sweeping on, like, how when they having all these UAP talks and you're seeing fucking true evidence that aliens are fucking here, and there's not a big talk about it.
Well, this is the thing, is that they're finally starting to get a big talk about it.
That's what you think is happening, Trey? Look what he wrote.
Did I mispronounce a word? Distraction?
No, I'm saying, I said that what you think. That's what he thinks happening. Like, just
that's what I think. 100%. Everything is a distraction. Think about it. You haven't seen or heard anything else about the CEO killer since this has happened. Now this is what everybody's talking about.
He shifted crazy.
I mean,
those things are not. No,
they're not correlated, but at the same time,
they're not related. They're not related. No.
Okay. That's not hard to believe either, though. It's a distraction, bro. I don't know from what or what they're trying to do, but like you said, if they're just going to sweep this under the rug and it's nothing going to get resolved from this, yes, it was a distraction. Because I'm freaking the fuck out. I forgot about the CEO, nigga. I don't give a fuck about healthcare, and I just went to the doctor, and I owe these niggas money. So, like,
and they ain't getting none of my fucking money either. You're supposed to take care of us.
The pound, the pen, the fly,
all that shit, man. I just don't see there's no reason to freak out over it, just because it's like this is the first time this happened, bro. Like, there how many times they've had like stuff like this,
nigga.
If you go, there's a
There
spot
was-
in California where if you go to, I think it's something mountain. I don't know what mountain it is, but if you go there, they have like an observed, like where you can look at it from like, I don't know, a couple miles away, whatever the fuck it is. And they literally say every single night there is UFO activity. Every single night, right?
Yeah.
So for me, I know that this stuff happens a lot and I'm associating it with that. So that's why I'm like,
I'm not chalking up to UFOs. That's my thing. I'm not chalking up to UFOs. I'm not chalking this up to UFOs.
Well,
We've seen freakier videos than regular ass. These are regular drones, bro. These are not UFOs. I do not believe these are UFOs. I'm not chalking it up. Now, they may say it's UFOs to sweep it under the rug, yes.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I'm not chalking up to UFOs.
like I said, yeah, I
You
think
gotta
it's a.
think
I think
about
it's a.
What'd you say, Trey?
I said you got to think about it. I mean, a couple of years, about 4 or 5 years ago, there was a storm, Area 51. Then there was the UFO sightings or just objects in the air. This has happened multiple times before.
Like on this level, though.
That's
Not
what I'm
on this
saying.
level though, because they're saying it's the size
These
of
are-
like
I
cars.
yes, on this level, and even more on
And
this,
it's-
even worse. If you guys, so I don't know if you guys know this, but when the Roswell shit happened, like Roswell, the one of the first big, all that shit. Well, afterwards, there was reported sighting and in the news that literally about 10 to 15 aircrafts came straight to the White House. And there's video of this as well and written in the newspaper. They went straight to the White House of the United States back then with all these alien crafts and spaceships. That's scary. Whatever happened that day set the course for what's happening now. Because for you to have,
I think
especially
aliens-
back then, go ahead.
I'm gonna say I think aliens would do a little bigger. I think the White House pool, that's big. That's scary, right? That is. That's what I'm saying.
That's
For this, I'm saying this is scary in the sense of I'm not thinking it's aliens. I'm thinking these are fucking human beings behind this. Human beings are way more scary to me than fucking aliens are. I'm not scared of aliens.
I agree. And then that suck. We're humans and we know, like, I wouldn't fucking
Like
know
we
humans.
know humans, bro.
Like, if like on some real shit, if we was out in the galaxy, pop, boom, and pulled up to a planet, right, and then we see other humans, my first thing is not like, oh shit, I found my people. I'm like, all right, motherfucker,
What the fuck you doing out here?
what you doing over here? Which is fucked up to think about our own species, but that's how we're built. We don't have any consistency. We use
Listen,
all the emotions, and everybody has different motives.
I'm a firm believer. Well, I ain't gonna say firm believer, but you know, every empire falls, right? I think American numbers is days, or American days are numbered. Yeah,
And then I don't even think America runs for. I think Israel. There's some like real dark conspiracy that Israel runs America. Like we don't even, which I kind of believe low key because, I mean,
I think like
it just feels like the United States is just corrupt. It's a place.
Yeah, and I just feel like when I say number, not saying we're gonna like America gonna be destroyed, but it's gonna be a major shift in the world when it comes to us.
I do.
So like, I think it's a lot of shit going on. I think, like for instance, China announced like a couple years back, bro, whether it's 2025 or 2030, they're fucking taking Taiwan, right? And
just like Russia, what were Ukraine?
Correct. And like, and I've been like saying this. I like, you see what I'm saying? So like, I don't. And Trump's about to be in office. So all this shit just happened at weird times. Because Trump he's not gonna give a fuck. He's not trying to get in. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know what the angles is. I'm just taking all the information that we've been gathering over the years, and just kind of like, okay. And I'm not trying to keep putting it on China either. However, it's just like, y'all, them niggas been doing a lot of shit, bro. They've been doing a lot of shit. Like,
I mean, yeah, but I wish I could be a more part of different cultures, to be honest with you, because when I look over, go ahead.
And there's another thing of recently, you keep seeing of like, there's like Chinese hackers, just like they're in our in our like fucking system. Like they're hackers actively in our shit.
In Russia, you know what I heard? I found out, which I was laughing my ass off. They said let's say the top 25 Christian like group sites on Facebook, 20 of them, like the top 20 out of 25, are all ran by Russian bot spies. And I was like, what? So yeah, I could definitely see that, like, you know, the spies on those people.
Yeah, Trey said we
saying
a little bit heavy. Trey saying we saying too much.
He said.
I don't know nothing. I'm just taking guess and just shooting in the dark. That's it.
Fuck that. I'm gonna stand on business. Yeah, I mean, if I feel like
I'm not China, I don't want no smoke.
They don't listen. We not that big. We don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? They don't care. We could talk about this shit. Okay, they could have killed other people. I'm not worried about it.
Don't call me.
Listen. Until I really know some shit or see some shit or have something in possession like Element 115, then I'm gonna move a little different. Element 115 was a Call of Duty thing, and then this nigga take it. God, what is he doing? We on goddamn live. You over here taking?
Right, no, cause Trey calling me. Hello,
Trey, you in this? Why is he calling you?
Right.
I don't even understand that. Why?
His internet just went out.
Oh, okay. Well, then let's wrap it up.
We're gonna end the stream here.
Yeah, wrap it up. I don't even think we can. I don't got a button to press to stop it. I don't even got the button. I can just leave studio. All right. Well, you know what? This is a good first conversation.
Yeah. Hold on.
Oh, I see why. Okay, so he got kicked out. So they was like, all right. Trey was like, you got it.
What'd you say, Trey?
I said y'all talking about some heavy shit because they were like, hey, bro, we got to cut the producer's fee. I can't do nothing right now, bro. Tell them I got no internet.
Oh my god!
Deep for the first episode.
Well, I'm happy they got his ass first. They give me time to run.
Hell yeah, get that. He the producer. He came up with the topic.
He the one that got to set. He got to set it to the internet. We just doing it behind the scenes.
But no.
Okay. All right. Well,
I think we can end up on that. Like just you know, it's some freaky shit going on basically. Man, some 69 guys shit going on right now. Like we gotta.
It absolutely is, and next week we'll see where we're at. See if there's any more news about this, and then we'll touch on some other stuff. I don't know what we'll talk about next week, but this was a good.
Yeah, this has been on my mind because I just think it's freaky that people not like fucking freaking out about this shit. But you know, hey,
New Jersey's freaking out.
New. Yeah, next
Jersey people are freaking out about it. And I get it. I guess if I went outside and seen that there was a whole bunch of lights in the sky above me,
yes.
You know, I might lock my door extra tight that night. You know what I'm saying? My bedroom door might get locked too. You know what I'm saying? So, all that good stuff. But all right, though. Thank you guys for checking us out. We definitely do appreciate it.
Oh, Trey back in.
Oh, they got him back. They knew we was wrapping it up. They put him back in here.
Hey, I'm back, bro. I don't know why they did that to me, bro. They said y'all talking about some heavy shit, bro. They said, nah, cut the producer's feed, bro. Like, it's it. They talking about alien. They found out.
Listen,
they found out. They know.
I'm a firm believer in aliens, man. I believe these niggas is here, but I'm not gonna put the blame on them this time, man. So.
Oh no, it is. They're definitely in cahoots. I mean, you got to, because just because we think the shadow government dirty, that means the aliens are dirty too, or has some type of influence to make them even dirtier. You know what I mean? Like, come on now. You know what I'm saying? The shit work both ways. So I'm not saying we shouldn't trust these aliens. I don't think that's probably the best. At least a broke motherfucker like us. Now, if you up there running shit, you know, maybe they on your side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe they go to Diddy parties and they help run that shit. I don't know. All right, but
now they come get your ass. They gonna say, "Nigga, we do not go to Diddy parties."
We do not. That is not us. That's you, human.
I did not have sexual relations with Diddy.
All right, let's get on this. I don't know how we got on Diddy, but all right, y'all. That was a good episode. Hope you motherfuckers listening and tuned in the whole show. You know, this is season 2 episode. We're gonna say episode 1 type shit. Kind of started off the year getting it popping. You know, well, this is the end of 2024. So yeah, man. Hope for plenty more. We do this. We drop one every week. That's the goal here. So like, you ain't gotta put it on me, man. God damn, like.
Yeah, you know.
You talking? What you mean?
Yeah, no mean shit, but.
roll the cue music.
Yeah, roll the cue music. Let me get me out of here. Like. But all right, man. Thank you.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Take care. We'll see you next week.
If we hear.
Right. All right. They had a really good first podcast.